Welcome back to race day here in Liberec. We have a cyclocross race today, as we mentioned in previous videos, and it is extremely cold.
Negative.
You can see we're shaking. The car says -2, you know, but it's standing in the sun.
So we were gonna wear our
We wanted to wear a team
jerseys,
jersey,
you know,
but I think it will just be too cold. We would need a winter ultra jacket for today in the team design, which we don't have.
Nope.
So we are now assembling our bikes, and then we will warm up a little. Cory will practice hopping on and off the bike, and in like 45 minutes or something, we're already at race start. We might also want to look where the numbers are.
True. Okay. All right.
We need to put the small number on our arm, but I don't want to pierce my jacket with like the pins.
Even the back one too, though. Yeah, this goes
The
on
back one is like pockets. That's like.
Oh, that's okay. Okay. I like this impromptu kind of stuff, you know.
My heart bleeds, piercing the Asos jacket. And it look like going skiing with these pants. It's the temperatures for going skiing, definitely. Is your arm also getting numb?
Slightly.
Precise. You want, Cory?
Yeah.
I'm the sport team today, in charge of filming photos, managing all of the bikes and other stuff. Just me. It's freezing. My toes are already cold. My hands are already cold.
To byla velice rychlá, elegantně zvládnou, taková tady tu si ukázali jako startovní číslo 34, což je Honza Henke. Jíždět, i to mahinkou se tak jako vyjezdilo to nejvíc. Jednička Elia Hoffman.
I saw. What, halfway I think? Cory fell. He had technical difficulties. Jan fell. It's so cold. I don't know if cyclocross was made for me or the boys. They need to stick to road cycling.
Hello.
You did it.
First cyclocross race done. Oh,
How you feel?
I even sweated. First, I was absolutely dying. I couldn't shift so well because my fingers were frozen. They defrosted. There's Cory. How it go, man?
I stopped early. My chain is very much stuck, and I don't want to damage the tubes anymore. It happened a couple times actually. I had a lot of fun. I think I was in over my head a little bit.
It was much worse than expected. I only got lapped once, so.
Actually, twice. These guys.
Maybe 3 times. Cory.
Maybe 3 times.
I lapped Cory.
Yeah. Good job, buddy.
In general, like it was horrible. You know, immediately, you know, lungs started burning and you're tasting metal. Yeah, it was the first race. I never done a race like that. Yeah, let's continue at the car maybe later.
Okay.
The recap. How you did that, Cory?
Yay!
Okay, so if you next time you feel like a very big resistance, don't pedal against it
Okay. Yeah.
because you must have near the same amount of force to
Yeah.
push it in.
Okay.
All right, done. Time to pack up the car.
This was Cory's first race, cycling race ever. Yeah,
That's true.
and we chose a cyclocross race.
Literally the most technical,
The most
part of cycling.
cycling discipline. Now we're sitting in the car. Yeah, now we're a little bit calmer and not with the guy screaming the whole time in the background. So the race was our first cyclocross race. Yeah, it was tougher than I was expecting.
Yeah, much more technical than I was expecting. Yeah, it is a cyclocross race, so that, yeah. But, as the first race, we really had no expectations, so now we know. And, yeah, I had fun. I was proud of myself. I'm proud of myself for doing it,
Back on the field was maybe a little bit colder, -4 or something, I would be guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the beginning, like the start, suddenly it started.
We're just trying to get all the bikes, stuff like arranged and,
Yeah,
but suddenly it was like right at the start.
it was like suddenly it started. I was already behind because I didn't click in very quickly.
I noticed that actually.
Even though we have the mountain bike pedals now, maybe my cleats are worn or, well, my shoes are completely worn. That was not helping.
No.
So there was already a group like gone to the front. I caught up to the last person in that group. Then after finally clicking in, because the first part is asphalt. And so we went off-road. We did very professional. We did not see the track one time.
No, yeah.
Went in blind.
No, exactly. But they had like I think we were saying they had a training session this morning where you can go practice at 8:30 though, but we wanted to sleep. And but that's okay.
And we would have had to chill there for like 4 hours.
Oh yeah, no,
5 hours in the cold.
That sounds not fun. No.
Yeah.
So that's okay. I think going in blindly, we went in like very blind. Actually.
We could have went on the that was also the plan, to go on the track after the last category ended. We just took too long to set up the bikes.
Yeah, and just try to get everything arranged. But that's okay. My instant reaction was that, I felt kind of defeated afterwards. Well, my chain ended up being kind of like locked in the frame. So that was unfortunate. So I ended up like stopping early. But overall, yeah, and there were like most of the hills. I went down most of the hills, I would say. But some of the hills, just like with the bank, with the mud, that was.
I think everyone ran that.
Really?
Was it possible to ride?
Yeah, I saw people. Yeah, I saw people. I think people were riding it actually.
What?
People were on their bikes.
People were on their bikes. I could barely run it.
Well, I was watching other people. So.
But I also don't have soles on my shoes. It's basically you can imagine a road shoe with a mountain bike cleat on it, because the sole is completely gone, which was not helping.
No.
One time I was too slow. I had to unclick. I wanted to push myself up over the edge. But my leg just continued behind me and I fell.
Man.
And then that guy on the grail overtook me again.
No, there were some really fast people. Yeah, they were very skilled.
There were people in the front who do this regularly, I feel like.
Absolutely. I think everyone there, and then the guy who was ahead of me he was like holding back too. But yeah, everyone else though, except for maybe he and I, seemed at least like decent or better.
I don't think we were last. I wasn't last.
I was last. But no, you weren't. No, I'm glad we did it though. Like I was curious, and that was cyclocross.
I think it was a great experience. The temperatures were of course brutal. In the beginning I thought I will lose a few fingers today, because I was wearing the thinner gloves to be able to just have more control when shifting and carrying the bike. I warmed up then. Temperature-wise, I was fine.
Yeah, I didn't think about the temperature. I was just thinking about just getting done.
the tires were not right. We have Terra Speed on our bikes because we go a lot of road, and we want a gravel tire that is fast on the road. It was partially frozen. The ground.
I was still slipping, even like some parts. Yeah,
but it started melting during the race, and each lap got more muddy and slippery, like the parts in the sun. And when it was not like rock hard frozen anymore, then the tires were not gripping.
What is your thought? Like, what do you think when you go down a hill? Or do you think at all?
I just go down.
You just go down? Okay, fair enough.
Mine's fuck. There was like this one section where you go down like a little step basically and have to immediately turn left.
I did not feel comfortable doing that one.
And one time like my front wheel like blocked and I fell over. My shift lever was like bent in. I hope my handlebars are fine. I fell a few times on the first lap. In like the first corner that was not frozen anymore was then surprisingly slippy, and I fell. Then I fell again. I didn't unclick properly before the hurdles.
Oh, really?
I was just sliding on my knee a little bit.
Okay.
But what I got really good at during the race is hopping on the bike.
That's great.
The clicking in part, not so much. I don't know why I had like trouble clicking with the mountain bike pedals because it is so easy with them.
It's supposed to be.
Maybe my cleats are just too worn, or the lack of sole lacks like the guidance for the cleat or something.
I think I had trouble too, but at some points, like I noticed my pedals were getting kind of caked with mud. Especially like when you clear like some of the hills, I think that kind of like
we will see when we do the next one. Unfortunately, it is winter now, and the only bike races are cyclocross races.
There's no easy, fun gravel one.
There was today Cyclocross Race Day at RCT International. Thank you for watching. Yeah. Watch out for the next video. Listen to the podcast from yesterday, and listen to the next podcast episode where we're probably gonna mention the race again.
Yes, what we learned.
Now we are already shaking again because we turned off the heating because we didn't want to have the in the audio. So thank you for watching.
All right, thanks for watching. Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.